So we are hosting a webinar today, and my name's Lorne Blythe, and I'm the founder of Flavours Holidays. And I'm delighted that we have with us one of our favourite Pilates teachers, Isabelle Russo. And we're just going to be having a chat and finding out a little bit more about Pilates Holidays. So, without further ado, Isabelle, nice to see you. How are you? And tell us all about yourself.
Yeah, it's good to see you. I'm Isabelle. I'm originally from New York, but I'm London based now. I did my training in New York in 2012, so I've been teaching for a while. I'm classically trained, so that's my way of approaching things.
You've been teaching in different locations, haven't you?
Yes, Puglia was my first. It was absolutely stunning. Like, what a way to be introduced to the company. Puglia, I've been back to Puglia a couple of times, experienced a couple of different of the villas, all gorgeous, all with their own like interesting, fun thing. And I've also been to Tuscany, Amalfi, Spain, Morocco once.
Great. She's got great experience to share, which is super. Maybe before we start chatting about the distant holidays, I could maybe ask one of our first polls. So, what best describes you today? Completely new to Pilates, tried a little before, regular participant, or very experienced? That would be great. I have to say, my husband's so keen to do Pilates. He's got terribly sore back at the moment, so he's desperate to come and do Pilates. You can take men, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. Super. Okay, so we've got results of the poll. So we have got a couple of people who are completely new to Pilates. That's interesting. A few more have tried it a little before, and we've got some regular participants. If you were chatting to people that were completely new to Pilates, Isabelle, what do you think? Is one of our holidays, would it be suitable for somebody who's completely new to Pilates?
All of us are able to teach all levels. And even if you've never done Pilates before, but you're keen to try, and it's intensive, we start with 2 classes a day, sort of trial by fire. But all of us are trained to have 1,000 different options and modifications and ways to adjust what we're doing throughout the week to make it, even though it's a class situation, we can sort of cater individually to folks' needs, injuries, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if you are a regular participant, it's an amazing way to go deeper in a gorgeous setting. And I mean, generally people do what, 1 class a week, 2 classes a week. So then to do 10 classes in a week, it's like really, really amping up your experience if you're practicing regularly.
So most of our groups are solo travelers, and generally we'll have between, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 guests in a group. How would you manage if you've got a couple of people on the poll today of beginners, some a little bit, some quite experienced? Like, how do you manage to deliver a class that works for everybody?
There are 1,000 different modifications and alterations that can be made. So we will have had a chat earlier in the week, right when people get there, before you even get to the holiday. Everybody has a questionnaire that they fill out. So we have a general sense as teachers of what everyone's needs are in the group and can plan accordingly. And if people have questions, absolutely ask those. And, oh, that feels wonky on my knee. How do I adjust for that? So that these are at most 8 people on a holiday. So we can cater each class to the needs of the group. Some people who really want to push more. Okay, so we can level it up this way and we can pull it that way. It can work for a mixed level group.
Yeah. And I remember actually being with you a few years ago now, actually, and you did have a mixed level group, including you had a lady who just couldn't get down on the floor. She did chair Pilates, and you had a whole set of exercises for her, and she got just as much out of the week as well. In terms of how the weeks work, people often ask, I choose private villas. So you're not staying in a hotel, you're staying in a private villa where everybody has their own room, has their own bathroom. You've got your private chef who's preparing all your meals. Obviously, you've got your own Pilates teacher as well. So it's quite a unique situation. How do you go about planning your days then to try and fit in with visits and things like that? Isabelle, how do you manage that?
So we'll have a one-to-one the very first day that everyone gets there. I will have had your questionnaire beforehand. So I've got a sense of what's going on, but we can talk privately if there's anything else you want to mention or didn't get mentioned, or it's always the case. Everyone puts everything down and then you get there and you're like, oh, I forgot this other thing. So it's always good to have a nice chat. And it's confidential, it's private, so you can tell me whatever you like as far as the body is concerned. And then it's generally 1 class in the morning before breakfast and then another class in the evening before breakfast. So we get up, we get out, doing our Pilates, and then whatever else is going to happen for the day happens after that. I generally like to have a slightly more intensive class in the morning, a more dynamic class in the morning, with the understanding that we are going out and seeing these beautiful towns, maybe going on a boat ride or to a gorgeous piece of scenery, a gorgeous town. Having lunch, I understand that maybe you will have had a glass of wine at lunch or something like that. So that I tend to like to have the evening classes a little bit more stretchy, a little bit more of a relaxation, getting back to your body before the evening commences.
Yeah, it sounds really tough. We spend a week. I know, right?
The beautiful thing of being able to be with the same group of people for a week is you can really get a sense of what people are interested in and adjust accordingly. Of course, for whatever reason, we went for a long walk and everyone's exhausted. I'm okay to adjust. I did just see quickly in the questions that people were asking how long sessions are. They're roughly an hour.
Perfect.
The nice thing about having the classes twice a day is we can do a bit of mix of everything. But you're on holiday, so it's up to you how much you want to do. Of course, it's your choice. But by doing those 10 classes, Sunday versus Saturday is a whole different ball game. It's pretty good.
And if you had somebody who's sitting watching today thinking, I'd quite like to go on a Pilates holiday, but I'm not quite sure where to go, what would be your top tips for them to, yeah, any suggestions?
Oh, wow. Oh, they're all wonderful. I would say start with maybe some place you haven't been, but you've always wanted to explore. I do think Puglia is absolutely an incredible region of Italy. I think it just is stunning. You're right by the sea, especially that villa. You're overlooking the ocean. The food is incredible. It's warm.
I just came back on Sunday. I was in Puglia last week, and there was a Pilates and Nordic walking group actually down. Very few of those groups actually, yeah, and the weather was amazing, and just being by the sea, it's stunning. And the nice thing about Puglia, I also think it's similar coastline to Amalfi, but it's not, doesn't have nearly so many crowds. It's much quieter and much more off the beaten track, which is great. I would say I get a lot of people concerned about traveling solo. What do you think, Isabel?
Traveling solo, I think Flavours does an incredible job of the environment that's created is, I think, the best way to travel solo because you are quite taken care of, but there's also a bunch of other people just like you who are looking to have a wonderful experience, try something new, maybe make some friends. That first holiday that I was on in Puglia, that group of women, nobody knew each other. And we have now, the Seville one I'm going with them, and this will be the 5th one we've done as a group. And they hang out together back home. So you can make friends.
There are a few concerned about fitness levels. Do you have to be a super fitness bunny to come on a Pilates holiday?
No, not at all. And like I said, it's your holiday. So we will be doing 10. But if you wake up one morning and you're like, not for me, that's okay.
Is there anything people should do before they come on holiday, like to prepare, or would you be recommending they're going to a Pilates class?
Maybe give one a try at home and see if it is something you would want to do for 7 days. But not necessarily if you're just like interested in game to try and want to jump in feet first. Why not?
Well, exactly. That's perfect. I think with Pilates, the guests want to do Pilates, but they also want to have nice food, have a few glasses of wine, a few glasses of Prosecco, and actually, yeah, have a holiday.
The other thing is I just want to reassure everyone that Pilates is for all ages, all genders, anybody of varying fitness levels. And so it is possible.
Okay. First was, what time is the morning Pilates session?
It's usually dependent on what time breakfast is based off of then what the activities are for the rest of the day.
There's usually tea, coffee stations. So there's tea and coffee, there's fruit. And I would say usually so 8, 8:30, something like that. Because then breakfast is 9:30, and then usually there's an activity going out and about. So again, you don't want to make it too late so it impacts on the rest of the day. And then usually the evening session is about 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5, 5:30, something like that usually. In terms of accommodation, we have a no single supplement policy. So if you're coming with a friend, then you can each have your own room. There's no extra charge. And obviously if you're coming as a couple, then rooms are for couples as well. And yes, but there's no sharing. You don't have to share. You can get your own room, which is always a real positive. We've never had any single supplements. Isabel said too, we get lots of people traveling on their own. I think our types of holidays are great if you're traveling on your own because everyone has common interest. And I think that's the big thing about Flavours is that it's the connections that you make on the holiday, and it's the long lunches and the chats and the conversations. When you read the feedback about our holiday, obviously people love the villa, they love the activity, But often what the really key thing is actually the connections that they've made on the holiday.
And in addition to doing something that you love, be it Pilates or painting, you get a chance to do that thing, but also it's a shortcut if you're traveling alone. So it is a nice way to have a bit of a shortcut if you are nervous traveling on your own.
No, and again, you also said at the start too that we do a pre-departure Zoom call, a bit like this, but everybody can see everybody. So that usually happens 2 to 3 weeks before the holiday. And you get to meet the teacher, you get to meet the other guests that are on the holiday with you. And that's a great way to kind of break the ice. Often people will share their travel plans. So they end up see you at the airport, and they'll see you at Gatwick or wherever they're traveling together. Is there anything else we should be telling anybody who's watching, Isabelle, that you think comes up, or any other questions?
I think it's important to mention how many folks do keep coming back. So that's a good testament to Flavors and teachers and whatnot that people are enjoying what's going on. Sometimes it's really hard to trust a new company, a new group, but I think Flavors does a really good job of building community and getting you in right away. And with those pre-departure calls, with just like the contact in the office of, okay, you don't know where you want to go, let's take you here. And it being a conversation throughout the week, we'll check in every day. At least for me, I'll just do a quick, like, how we all feeling? Thumbs up, thumbs medium, thumbs down, just to see how we go. So you're not just sort of like left to figure it out yourself, which I think is nice.
And I got a lovely email, actually, one of our Pilates teachers just come back from Morocco, and she's been with us for 14 years. And she said she's just taught a group in Morocco and it's been her best group ever, which was so lovely, actually. She got lovely feedback. In fact, the guests were all booking while they were still in Morocco with her for her next trip. So again, a bit like your guests who were with you 5 years ago, who always want to go with you, Isabelle. I know exactly who they are. And I get an email from them every year saying, where's she going? I want to go with her. And it is that real kind of bond. And it's a treat to be able to go away with people that you know and, to your point, that you trust as well, which is lovely. It's really, really nice. And our job to keep coming up with lots of new locations. That's the other challenge. In terms of Pilates holidays, you can choose. We do Tuscany, we do Sicily, we do Puglia, we do Andalusia, Seville, Morocco. There's lots of choice, which is great. And I think you've maybe got a couple of spaces in Seville. Maybe, I'm not sure. Isabelle, you might have 1 room or 2 rooms if anybody's tempted to go away with you. Interesting question. What about limited movements such as osteoporosis? Are you willing to work with me?
Absolutely. And all of us know how to work with, hips, shoulders, osteoporosis, high and low blood pressure. They are much more common than you think. Yes, we are happy to work with whatever's going on in the body. It is really helpful to know before. So do make sure you fill out your questionnaires just so we can be prepared and give you the best experience possible.
And if you were to sort of share one of your kind of favorite memories with people, or what your sort of success stories, or when you think back over the last 5 years you've been working with us, Isabelle, is there anything you wanted to share or anything that sticks in your memory?
So this group that I've been with the past few years, we were in Tuscany last year. And one of the women had fallen. She was supposed to go to Morocco the previous year. She had fallen and broken her hip and had gone through all of her rehab and then was in Tuscany with us. And I did the variation of a program that I had been doing. And she, on the second to last day, she was moving so well and doing so wonderfully. And on the second to last day, she did a roll up and she burst out laughing, being so excited that she finally could do something that she felt like she could never do. And she was like, I've never been able to do that with this injury. I never thought I'd be able to. And based off of what we've done, you've like changed my life. So it was so exciting to see. It's so simple and so small and feels so silly in the grand scheme of things, but she was elated. And it was like, it made job done. Made my week.
And when you're not working with Flavours, you teach teachers, don't you? You teach teachers Pilates to teach Pilates. You're very experienced.
I do. I had a workshop this weekend teaching new teachers. So very busy over here, but good busy.
Thank you very much for giving up your time and chatting about Pilates. That was great. It was really useful. And if there's no other questions, it must be aperitivo time. Prosecco time. That's always the classic at Flavour. It's aperitivo time, which is lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the webinar. Hopefully it was useful. As I say, we're in the office. Please pick up the phone and I'm happy to answer any questions. And thanks very much to Isabelle for her time today.
Thanks. This was fun.
Bye then.